CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day Update.
I'm CBS 11 meteorologist Jeff Ray. It is a First Alert Weather Day. We're updating you every 30 minutes on this hazardous travel day, a multi-day icing event that really started this morning when about a half an inch to an inch of sleet suddenly fell over the Metroplex and just paralyzed traffic. This is what's going on now. We'll put this in motion. And that heavier band of precipitation has been over our eastern counties for a while now. It's really starting to accumulate all the way from Hunt County, Kaufman County, down into Corsicana, Navarro County. Also see another wave coming up that's now into Cleburne, coming out of Stephenville. This is going to be headed at least into the southern parts of the Metroplex, across Johnson, Ellis County for sure, in the southern parts of Tarrant and Dallas County. So another round of freezing stuff on the way here, as you can see on radar. We'll zoom in a little bit close on the Metroplex. I just want you to know that even though it's lighter, it's not gone. We're still getting a few rounds of very light precipitation falling over the Metroplex. The heavier amounts at this hour continue to be really down 20 and 30 just to the east of the Metroplex. And as we take a look over in Comanche County, you can see the heavy sleet that's going on there, that's moving across into Erath County, that will be heading into the Metroplex, at least the southern parts of it shortly. Now, last 6 hours, see the band of accumulating sleet, freezing rain, how it's been migrating a little bit more off towards the east. So winter storm warning continues to 6 a.m. Thursday. We still have another full day of this where we could get as much as a half inch to an inch of more sleet and freezing rain. The rest of the day, light amounts with some melting on the major roads, which refreezes tonight into hard ice and very rough ice on the roads tomorrow morning. So it'll be treacherous overnight. It'll be treacherous tomorrow morning, and then more sleet and freezing rain coming in. Travel is not advised. More ice on the way. Tomorrow we expect temperatures stay below freezing with several waves of this going on, and then Thursday changing over to rain and starting to let up. Thank you for joining us on CBS 11. We'll update you again in the next 30 minutes. But if you're joining us on the stream, stay with us. We'll have more information in just a few minutes.
This has been a CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day Update.
Thank you for joining us on the stream. We've been doing this here every 30 minutes. We'll get on CBS 11 and TXA and kind of bring everybody up to date with what's going on, and then jump onto the stream and kind of go on a little bit more. If you can, just bear with me for a second. I'm going to try to get to my computer back up to the top of where we were starting, because I started off with looking at radar, and this is kind of what's been going on. So let's take this full, and I'm going to put it in motion, and you can get an idea of this freezing rain and sleet. In some places, even snow out to east and coming up from the southwest. You can see that blue line demarcating the difference between sleet and some snow as reported onto the surface. Around the Metroplex, we have another round coming in off of 35. It's over by Keene and Joshua and coming out of Granbury. That's going to bring another coating of thin ice over the roads in the southern Tarrant and Dallas County here in the next 30 minutes. We can see heavy amounts still going on across Kaufman County, down 20 in Van Zant County, up into Sulphur Springs. This is going to continue to be a problem up like in Hopkins County and Hunt County. And as I widen the view a little bit and look downstream, we can see this coming up from the southwest, still in motion towards us. So as we continue to talk about this, remember, we're under a winter storm warning. This is what it looks like, a winter storm warning. It goes on all the way to 6 a.m. on Thursday. So we could get as much as an inch more of sleet, freezing rain, much as an inch more. So if you might have noticed in some of our shots that we were taking earlier, the roads were starting to break up a little bit, the main roads that were traveled, and we were starting to see gray areas, and that's the little bit of melting that occurs during the daylight hours. All this refreezes tonight, and then we get that kind of cobblestone ice thing going, that rough ice that'll be going on through the overnight hours as it just hard freezes, and you wake up tomorrow morning with a lot of deep rutting on the road and a lot of rough patches where it is iced over. It's just going to be treacherous travel travel tomorrow. Try not to get out and drive in these conditions today, tonight, tomorrow night, even Thursday morning. But Thursday it does look like we're going to get some relief on the way. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the forecast model, because this is tonight. And you can see this would be mostly light amounts, maybe even snow. It might get cold enough all the way through the layer that it falls as snow. It's falling as it's forming snow way above us, and then it's about a mile above us. It goes through some warm air, and it melts and it becomes sleet. And if that warm air gets a little bit narrower layer, then it becomes freezing rain, and it hits and freezes on contact. But anyway, this is the middle of the night, and it's still coming down. So this goes on through the overnight hours. Now, our greatest fear is that we get a couple waves of heavy amounts like we got this morning, and the forecast modeling is showing this as we get up towards midday and into the afternoon. We could get into another round of heavy sleet. Notice the temperatures below freezing, just below, but below freezing. So everything that falls sticks on the roads and overpasses and on the bridges. And to the evening we go with still this going on. Now, that's the freezing line. Now, this is one forecast model that, quite honestly, has been doing the best job with all this, because this is very difficult forecasting when you have these marginal events of 1 to 2 degrees means the difference between rain and sleet. But this is Thursday morning, and you can see our eastern counties is getting the cold rain, and travel conditions are improving. Meanwhile, our western counties are still mired into ice. Well, as we get through the day on Thursday, this is not tomorrow. Tomorrow's nothing but freezing rain, sleet, and ice. On Thursday, we start seeing temperatures climb above freezing. We start getting some rain, which actually helps clear the roads. And then we get into the afternoon with temperatures trying to get up to 40 degrees, and everything gets much better. We could stay above freezing Friday morning, by the way, and not have the icy spots. The air gets underneath the bridge, and then that allows this road surface to say the air temperature, which right now is in Arlington is 27 degrees. So that's why it's still frozen over. That's why it's white. Meanwhile, the ground can warm up a little bit, because you get enough daylight going on where it warms up. It starts absorbing that heat, and that's how we get to slush, which becomes solid ice overnight. By the way, this is a look in front of our station, and you can see the treacherous driving conditions both on I-30 and on the side roads. We highly encourage you to stay off the roads. Let only essential workers and first responders stay on them. If you happen to get stuck out on this trying to get somewhere, the current temperatures are in the 20s, but you factor in the wind, and the feel-like temperatures have been in the teens all day and will be that way all night and into tomorrow morning. Very cold conditions. Here's the 7-day forecast. First alert weather day continues tomorrow and into Thursday, at least the first half of the day. This is going to be really bad travel conditions, so I can tell you everybody's really looking forward to Friday, because Friday we're in the mid-50s, the sun breaks out, everybody back to school, we go into the weekend, and it's fine winter weather. Sun is out, at least on Sunday. It might be a little breezy, but we get temperatures, you know, in the 50s, and we can forget about all this weather event. We're updating you every 30 minutes on CBS 11 and TXA 21, as well as streaming every 30 minutes, keeping you updated on this dangerous situation. We'll sum it up in just one phrase. If you don't have to drive, please don't get out there in your vehicle. Stay with us. We'll be keeping you updated.
This has been a CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day Update.